What's good, boys? It's another episode of Up and Smoking. Today we got Fliparachee. Yo.
Nigga, I be drunk in a bitch. 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 Nigga, I be drunk in a bitch.
And we in Naptown, of course, y'all. We got my boy Chris, you know what I mean, C3 Photography behind the camera. And it's another Up and Smoke episode, another interview. You dig? We got the smoke. We got the artist. You know what I mean? Sure. Yeah. And we in Naptown, y'all. So I'm meeting a lot of new people, y'all. We happen to meet organically at a Smokesgiving. You know what I mean? So, hey. I've been an artist at a Smokesgiving. I was like, this is perfect for Up and Smoke. You dig? So I love how things, happen to correlate.
It was random too, man. I think you got invited out the day before, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, bro, like the day before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They invited me to it. I happened to meet them at a pop-up shop when they bought some Up and Smoke, you know what I mean, sweaters. How many people meet and just networking is crazy, man, because it just makes things happen.
It's almost like it makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
If I didn't network, you know what I mean, I would not be able to do a lot of things. You would have come to entertainment. When you're in the entertainment business, or you know what I mean, want to grow as an entrepreneur, you have to network, you know, with other people and to grow and to meet, you know what I mean, other people's connections, you know what I mean, because yours won't be enough.
Right.
You have to expand.
You need a team.
You know what I mean? So, how long you been doing music, bro?
Man, I've been doing music since I was 9. I'm 28.
Yeah.
Wrote my first song in 3rd grade, man.
First song in 3rd grade. What kind of song was it? That was a love song?
Man, it was a love song, man.
I knew it.
It was a love song, man. I'm in the 3rd grade. What I know about love, man.
What was the girl's name back in the
Man,
day?
I don't even remember who it was about. It's like
if you shout her out right now, she might be instantly famous.
Followers get the boosting up. You're like, man,
She like getting that shout out. You know what I mean? 3rd grade shout out.
Yo, shout out to such and such from the 3rd grade.
From the 3rd grade, you know what I mean? I felt the connection back in the day. You know what I mean? I never said anything, but I felt it. I know you felt it. You felt it too. Oh, yeah. So do you still like make love songs, or?
Yeah, that's what I used to really. I really used to mainly work on the love songs and shit because, I mean, you tend to the ladies first. That's where you go build your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
That's any artist because the DJ is more than likely to play what that woman want to hear than what that man wants to hear, man. And that's
the truth.
I paid attention to that, so that was my market until people started thinking that just because I was writing love songs that I couldn't go. So I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta prove to y'all
I can go.
that I can go.
It's good that you're cognizant of your audience, though. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes be pushing their hard shit, you know what I mean, thinking it's going to attract women. But some of it is, you know what I mean? But you got to show, you know what I mean, your audience that's looking for your music, you know what I mean, your music. Because if you don't know your audience, you know what I mean, the right people won't be able to share it.
Right. The right people ain't going to be attracted to it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to pay attention and market yourself. Like me, you know, I got this thing I created called Weirdo Gang in remembrance of my homie. His name was #SoWeird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's basically like a support system. It's not even a label. It's a support system.
Mm.
It's more so like a, okay, well, I understand that you're different. You know, I understand that you feel like the world don't understand you. And you don't really understand yourself, but it's okay over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's kind of exactly how it is.
Yeah.
Because
but it's okay, that's home.
This is home.
Mm-hmm.
This is home. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be weird because that normal shit is boring anyway.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It by being what so is conceived as normal, you know what I mean? It's not being yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being weird is really, you know what I mean, the classification of someone being, you know what I mean, what they're feeling at the time and being themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? With no you know what I mean, influence other actions by other people's thoughts or what they think other people are thinking about them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I feel like being weird is. That's what I love being, you know, I don't call it weird. I just call it being, I love being goofy. I love being myself.
Bro,
You know what I mean? I love having fun. You know, if I do some
goofy.
I do some funny shit or someone might think it's corny, I don't give a fuck. I have fun doing it or I was laughing about it or it was funny to me. You know what I mean? That's when you said that. I was like, man, that energy where you can be yourself and can be goofy and can be loose, you know what I mean, is home. You know what I mean?
It's
that's
home.
That's why, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, where you're at. If you can find people that have that home feeling, that home vibe around you,
right?
You know, it's gonna feel like home wherever you're at.
Right, and that's why I decided to do the interview, man, because like, you know, I hit you up on some other business tips, you know what I mean, and then you was like, man, we should feature sometime. I'm like, all right. You probably was like, damn, okay. Well, you should let me interview you. All right. Damn, you ain't gonna ask what the interview's about? You know? No, when I vibe with people, bro, I vibe with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those type of people, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say that it's a promoter that fucked all these artists over. I don't care what y'all telling me about this promoter. Mm-hmm. Let me get a feel for him myself because what he did to y'all don't mean he gonna do it to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because he charged you $500 for, you know what I'm saying, a video shoot or some shit, don't mean that he gonna come to me and be like, you know what I'm saying, I need $500 from you. Exactly. He might feel like I'm home. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? He might feel like my vibe is home, so he might want to look out. And that's almost really what happened in some senses.
Exactly, most definitely. Exactly what happened, because I happened to meet, you know what I mean, someone that was close to you, right. You know what I mean, that you knew. You know what I mean, and the people that was around them, look at me fucking up, y'all. Pass the butt. You know what I mean, to the tripod. but if the connection, you know what I mean, with real recognize real. Right. When I heard that in Boondocks as a kid, shout out to Riley, but that shit resonated with me. And real recognize real granddad. You look kind of unfamiliar right now.
That shit. Cool. Yeah, but that shit ain't gonna never be the same, man.
Now with John Witherspoon, man, that shit's different.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. I thought he was gonna. I thought they were gonna come out with a new season. You know what I mean? But his son, I watched an interview with his son. His son does a great impression of his dad, so they could probably still do the show.
That would be legendary. Yeah. That would be real legendary.
Yeah, his son was like his co-star of the interview with him.
He can make so much money out just doing bang, 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 bang.
You know me.
He's about to make so much money just being his son. Just because. Now people.
That's how you know when you. That's how you know when you pass on a good legacy. You know, your son and your kids can benefit from your name still, and you're not even here. Like.
Me, yeah, you never die. You never die. That's what a good thing about being a creator, and why I want to bring the creator out of people that don't know what's in them. Right. You know what I mean? Everyone has a little bit of creation in them in some art form. You know what I mean? So if you can create something, you can leave something. Right. You know what I mean? If you can create a business, or if you know stocks, that could still be your art because you created something like a system. Right. You know what I mean? It's gonna be left in this world that can be used over and over again and can benefit your namesake, your blood.
It's almost like any type of business or system that you got going on is like one big ass puzzle, man. Like, okay, just because I'm the artist don't mean that I got my full puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I met you. You brought me to your platform. So now you just added a couple more pieces to my puzzle that I was missing. You see what I'm saying? Or like I met, you know what I'm saying, my homies, Juice Squad, you know what I'm saying? I met them, I was like 15. Yeah. I was the youngest person in that performing in the clubs. Like 10 minutes before my set, I would have to be outside, and then they'd have walk me in straight to the stage, not perform, and they'd make me leave within 10 minutes after. I was opening up for like, this was when like Baby Huey, the Pop Lock and Drop It dude, you know what I'm saying? And Chingy, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. I was opening up for them at Club 500, actually.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Before they took it away. Over off what is that, college? Delaware?
No, it was, what was that? West 16?
Oh, West 16, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, that shit was crazy, but like, I was young. I was the youngest artist performing in there. But, you know what I'm saying, everything is, you know what I'm saying, being put together. When I met them, I didn't think that 10 to 12 years later, I would still be dealing with the same producers. I haven't recorded anywhere else.
Yeah.
Strictly recorded with them and getting beats from them 12 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a longevity of things as far as friendship and businessship.
It's probably definitely great to see this come to fruition. And you know what I mean?
It's
this here right here, this and this what's in this building. You know, when I first seen this, I was like, bro, millions of dollars gonna come from what's made here.
That shit, dude.
You know what I mean? And I said that without even questioning it. You know what I mean? It just went straight from my brain to my mouth. You know what I mean? Millions of dollars gonna be made from what comes. You know what I mean? Out of this place.
From somebody.
You know what I mean?
From somebody.
And the accumulation of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can make it.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
Because what's one person, you know what I mean, does it spreads a light. You know what I mean? A cast of light, you know what I mean, the people that are creating around them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, where did he record it? He recorded at such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, let me go over here. Maybe they sound is what I need. You know, like, it's all a chain reaction and shit.
Like imagine, like a Metro, like when Metro blew up, everyone that recorded with him right before he blew up got some clout.
Most definitely got some clout.
You know what I mean?
That's a given.
It casts back whether you know what I mean y'all connected anymore or not. You know what I mean? It casts a lot of you. You know what I mean? That hit someone else's break is part of your break. You know what I mean? You should support everyone's breaks. You know what I mean? Because it's a benefit of everyone that is in the whole city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't see it like that, but that's the way I see it. You know what I mean? That when something happens on here, okay, there's a light over here. Why be mad that there's a light over here? Get in the light. You know what I mean?
Right. See where that light leads you.
Yeah, find your outlet.
You
You plug in. If there's a plug in for someone, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? To put in the outlet, you could spread your energy source. You know what I mean? Go far.
Everything in life is ran off of popularity, man. Like, I just be sitting there thinking about that shit. Like, okay, well, we hear the artists that we hear because someone told us that they're popular. Someone told us that they're talented. So it's like, all right, now I want them to show people that I'm talented. Now we want to open up for these people.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I decide what shows I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I hear a newer artist name, I'm like, I haven't really heard them, but I want to check out and see what this crowd is like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm thinking about this because you said the light thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of lights that I've been around connected in some ways, but some didn't, and maybe that's the reason why. Maybe.
Yeah, because some of them were false lights, and that's like just like you said, like I never heard it said that way, but some of these lights are being put on people that aren't even plugged in.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they're not plugged in, when they have a light behind them, you could tell like people just like we were talking about sponsored posts.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of sponsored artists out there. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be. You know what I mean? That probably weren't ready to be sponsored, but they're using, you know what I mean, the system of sponsorship. You know what I mean? And putting their work in your eyes, whether you like it or not. And if it's bad, people are gonna promote what's bad. If it's good, people are gonna promote what's good.
Yeah.
And when Instagram was taking likes away, I don't give a fuck because likes don't mean shit. It just shows other people that other people liked it. Shares mean shit.
Right.
When someone share my shit. Don't like my shit, share it. If you share my shit, that means you shared it with all your followers. If you got 500 followers, that's way better than you liking my shit and showing all of my followers that you like my shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's like some in your face.
The like doesn't mean the like doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Nope.
You got 50,000 likes, but if you have 50,000 shares,
even if
how many people seen that shit?
Right.
Even if you're looking at the analytics behind, a lot of people's business pages and shit, when you look at, I don't know about a lot of our listeners or our viewers, but when you run a business page, you can see all the analytics behind the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
What I found out, even dealing in business, photography or whatever we, doing business in, people are viewing everything more than they're actually physically responding. So you need to move towards video if you're doing anything in life. That's a jewel.
On me, because people want to see things, and you catch their eye for
Content creation is key right now.
Pictures and frames. You know what I mean? They want to see pictures and frames. You know, and constantly seeing you visually. You know what I mean? Like you're a movie. You know what I mean? Like I want people to be watching these Up in Smoke interviews back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? Like it's a movie, you know. And as everyone gets bigger and bigger, you know what I mean, the light's gonna be cast on everybody else. One interview could blow up, and all the interviews will blow up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn, they interviewed this person, and he was like this. Oh, damn, this person too. Well, it all connects.
Exactly, because if one interview gets 1 million views, the other one's got to at least get 100,000.
At least.
It makes sense to me, you know what I mean? The other, if one get a million, they be like, bro, let me check the other ones. You know what I mean? At least 10% got to check out the other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's damn near a management. That's damn near a management contract there, right there.
I mean, 100,000 people seen your shit. Come on.
100,000 people saw your shit because my shit hit 1 million views. That shit is tight.
Ching.
You know what I'm saying? Check. Hey, well shit. Hey, look. Well, since I did this, you know what I'm saying, and this is how my platform made it, I want to help you out. You know what I'm saying? So we bring you in, and you bring me to the people in. You know, like on having this kind of platform. That's just how they should do it, man.
So musically, who's involved like in your group?
Music, oh man, we all do something. This is really crazy. My big homie Merk, he rap, sing, make beats, make graphics, engineer. You know what I'm saying? Germs, he make beats. You know what I'm saying? He rap. You know what I'm saying? He sing a little bit. We got Fast Fontana Films. He does. You know what I'm saying? Like the videos and photography and raps. You know what I'm saying? Vino L. She sings, you know what I'm saying? She raps, and you know, it's like a whole team. Shani B, she raps, you know what I'm saying? She might ghost write a few songs or something for some people. You never know. We got a pretty solid team, man.
That's awesome.
Everybody is like got their own thing going on too and bringing it in.
So is everyone you named part of the Weirdo Gang?
The world is part of Weirdo Gangs. I feel. Like Weirdo Gang, like I said, Weirdo Gangs is a home. It's a support system. I can't answer it right now. It's a support system. Mm-hmm. So it's like Weirdo Gang is like my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy #SoWeird was my best friend. So my fans are my best friends. That's why I'm in my music. I'm talking to y'all. I'm telling y'all what it is going on. Because everything is easier when it's led through conversation. Yeah. That's how, instead of like, me and you, when we met about, you know what I'm saying, the business and doing this, we weren't standing face to face like you was trying to sell me something.
Exactly.
We were sitting next to each other like this, like we just having a conversation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it just so happened that, really, it was just a conversation, and it just turned into this. On everything. Now,
it wasn't even a business setting. It was really like, I was amongst all friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And not really knowing everybody, you know what I mean? But I didn't even put two and together. I had met Merk before here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
I gave Ross and them like, these motivated shirts, and I was telling them that I have this investment company called Motivated by Dreams. I want to invest into young adults, you know what I mean? Help them with their business management, invest into them, you know what I mean?
Right.
And build equity and have equity in their businesses and they have a foot in their business, so that way I'm not only investing into, you know what I mean? I'm in it with you, you know what I mean? So I want you to succeed.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not just borrowing my money. You know what I mean? I'm in it with you. And I gave these motivated shirts. I was like, motivated shirts, whatever business you're doing, or whether you're working out or doing anything, you're a little more motivated.
Right.
And my Merk was like, I was like, what size you wear? I know I had like a 2X. He's like, you ain't got my size. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, 5X. So now I carry 5X. You know,
for real? I'll be because of work. That shit is funny. Dude, me and Merk is so connected, like mentally and energy wise, man. He'll be thinking something, and I just start laughing. He's like, what you laughing at? I'm like, bro, why did you just say this? He's like, bro, I didn't even say it. Like, I was just thinking it, though.
That's
like,
crazy.
Man, dude. and they've been cracking jokes on me since day one, man. Imagine 12 years of everyday jokes. And none of them are ever the same.
2 is what's up next, you know what I mean? But we had just, we were talking about some music. He had this song called Depression Awareness.
I'm so along with my thoughts. Fuck life, I feel like ending it all. So many numbers in my phone, but don't have no one to call. They wouldn't give a fuck anyway. Tomorrow's not promised, we all gonna die anyway. I put the gun to my head. Butchers talking, yeah, I heard what they said. They saying life would be better off if we knew you were dead. Doctor tried to give me meds, but I ignored them instead. I just wanna feel normal again, so I reach out for some help. Somebody please save myself from myself. Every thought that's on my mind is always ending with death. I'm having suicidal thoughts about me killing myself. Maybe I overdose these pills on the shelf, but that'll take too long. My life's hard, I can't wait to be gone. I don't wanna wait on God, I take my life on my own. Every time I'm doing right, it ends up going wrong. I can't really tell you what's going on with all this shit on my mind. Fuck life, I'm about to shorten my time. I will no longer sit here and pretend everything's fine. How come when I need some help, nobody here in my line? When I'm sweating up for real this time, my life about to be done.
I was talking about one of my favorite songs growing up being Suicidal Thoughts by one of the greatest, Biggie Smalls. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite artists ever. You know what I mean? I don't like to compare Biggie and Tupac, but Biggie was the one that resonated with me more. Although I love both of their music.
Right. They both was cold, man.
They both was cold, but he was the one that resonated with me more. And that song, Suicidal Thoughts, never came to mind after listening to his song and watching this video. Definitely correlated, man. And
That song was a real situation, actually. That's what's really crazy about it. My best friend had committed suicide that year when it happened. Really, he called it a long time. He had committed suicide earlier that year, so things didn't feel the same without him. Because normally when he was having thoughts like that, he'd call me. So I'm like, damn, why didn't he call me? He was watching my Facebook Live, and then my phone died. But then I didn't get the call till 2 in the morning, so I don't know when it happened. But I made it home about 11. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he tried to call me or not, but that was one of the things that was messing with me the most.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, why do you keep coming to me in my dreams? Like, what do you want from me? Then I'm on the bus because my car was down at the time. So I look, and as I'm about to get off the bus, it's this white car sitting there, and it said #StopSuicide. I swear to God, I took a picture of that shit. That shit is in my phone, dude. Because his name was #SoWeird. So I'm riding. I always ride with headphones on when I was on the bus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you want from me, bro? Like, why do you keep fucking with me? And it said #StopSuicide. And depression awareness was the outcome of that. I wrote that without the beat. Then I was like, let me get on YouTube and look for some beats. So I looked for depression beats and saw a picture, but it was of a guy standing there looking at the mountains, and from the back it looked like my homeboy, and it said, I'm sorry. And it was that beat. And that shit just meshed together, all like that. It's weird. It was fucking weird, dude. I was like,
that's a beautiful process, a natural process. Everything
Right.
fell into place like a puzzle piece.
dude.
Yeah, you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Everything's a puzzle.
I'm a firm believer in if it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna come to you. Don't rush it. Don't ask no questions on why it's taking so long. Just wait. You know what I'm saying? Play your part in things. Because you'll get sent some test. You know what I'm saying? The way you react to that test is how, you know what I'm saying, the situation could go. Because you don't know how you're supposed to react to this shit.
Exactly.
So I think about everything before I do it.
Yeah.
Negative energy, throw that shit out the window.
Oh, man, that process, man, I'm sorry about your friend, but it's beautiful that you were able to, bring life to his energy by creating a song that was dedicated to him, and they bring awareness to, you know what I mean, something that he personally dealt with. You know, I have a friend in college who dedicated his clothing line called KE Clothing, which is his friend's initials, you know what I mean, that passed. And through his clothing line, he brings life to his friend's energy.
Okay.
You know, and I love that as creators, we could bring life to, you know what I mean, our friends' energies, you know what I mean, bring and bring awareness to our arts, you know what I mean, to keep things alive more than just the art.
Right.
You know.
And like the whole weirdo gang thing is because of him. You know what I'm saying? That was my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like weirdo gang is now my fans because my fans are my best friends. Like I don't got nobody else to talk to, so I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all what I go through. I don't give a fuck who don't listen to me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's for who feels it.
Yeah. If I reached when I do shows, I don't care if it's one person in the crowd or thousands of people in the crowd. That one person, if I could gain them as my fan, I've succeeded.
For real.
Point blank.
It's worth it. That connection is more of a share, man. It's a share every day. You know what I mean? Because I've like, you know what I mean, met artists, you know what I mean, and that interaction with them, I remember forever. You know what I mean? When I talk about interactions with artists, I'll bring it up every time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember my first concert I ever went to as a kid. Was a Jay-Z concert with Memphis Bleak.
Oh,
You know, I was the youngest person at the show with my elbows on the stage like this. And I had on a Breitling watch that my dad gave me. That was one of his. And I had the links, so many links taken out. Like that to be like, you know what I mean, 8 or 9 years old. You know what I mean? And Jay-Z was like, hey, shout out to the little man with the Breitling watch on. You know what I mean? And dap me up on stage. You know what I mean? And this is when Jay-Z had like Throw Off His Shoulder and Encore and shit like that. This is like early, you know. It's like 03, 04, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, I always remember, and then Jay-Z's became so big doing it now. That moment was already big to me. That was my first concert ever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kids can go to their first concert ever, and they oh, I just seen, you know, Playboy Cardi, I just seen Lil Uzi, you know, so I just seen so-and-so, I just seen so-and-so. And my memory back then was like, I seen Jay-Z, and I shook his hand. I was that little kid at the concert.
That shit stayed.
You know what I mean?
My first concert was the Lil Wayne I Am Music tour, man.
Damn.
When it was Wayne, he had just introduced Young Money. Like, so all of them was there. Drake, Nicki.
Yeah, what year was this?
This had to be like 08, 09, probably 09.
Yeah. Where were you at?
It was actually here in Indianapolis.
Damn.
Before Baker's Life became Baker's Life, it was Casico Fieldhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, all the names of a lot of venues I've been hearing out here
Changed a lot.
A
A lot, bro.
Oh, me.
Like, yeah.
I had someone just talking about, they're like, bro, you know, if someone's from here, because they're not going to call it Ruhoff. They're going to call it something else. I forgot the name. Y'all know what it was called? The Ruhoff Music Center out there?
Oh, I hadn't never,
Where at?
That big, at the amphitheater? That Ruhoff Music is in Noblesville? Or where is it at?
I don't know where that's at. I don't even go
The
up.
Ruhoff. That's where I went to a Wiz Khalifa concert and it was out there.
I don't know.
I kid you not, it was crazy. That's
it used to be called, you talking about Clips.
Oh, Clips Music
It used to
Center?
be called Clips Music Center.
Oh.
That was just like 4 or 5 years ago.
Damn.
Then
I know what he's talking about.
I went to the Wiz Khalifa concert there too.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, I was
crazy.
there at the same time.
Probably.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
There at the same time and didn't even know that you was gonna share energies with the motherfucker.
For real.
Crazy.
That shit.
I brought the craziest moment was when he's had See You Again. He had everyone turn their lights on, and that energy. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I've always been a big fan of Fast and Furious. So when I heard that song, whatever, and I was watching the movie, I was tearing up. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? Because Paul Walker, you know, it was like dedicated. That's what that song was dedicated to. You know, everyone had their lights on. You know what I mean? And I turned around because I was like in the VIP area standing up. I turned around and there's 20,000 people with their lights,
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
man.
singing this song, like, tearing up.
That shit was crazy.
That's a crazy feeling, you know what I mean, to be in a place where thousands of people are sharing, you know what I mean, good energy.
See, I mean, I've had a few shows that was like that, but my biggest impact was depression awareness. Like, I'm talking about when I ran the sponsor campaign for it, I started a nonprofit to go to families for that, you know what I'm saying, have lost people due to depression.
Yeah.
I had, like, I put my phone number on there, I put the suicide hotline number on there so that people can have somebody to call.
Yeah.
I would say that song has helped me save probably over 200 people in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They'd call me, hello, how's it going? Who's this? You know, well, I just really needed somebody to talk to, and I saw your post, so I called you. All right, give me a second. All right, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You need to pull up. You need me to pull up on you. Like, I will. If I give a fuck about a person, I'm pulling up.
That's awesome.
I'm not waiting no more because I don't want the same thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't care who it is, bro.
Right.
If I you know what I'm saying, if I met you in an interaction, I got a vibe from you, like I can help you, and anytime you need me, I'm coming. I'm on the way.
I'm glad you have that energy. I've always been a person that was always ready to, you know what I mean, to arrive. I've always wanted to be, you know what I mean. Everybody, I believe, you know what I mean, wants to be connected to people in some way. You know what I mean. So being there for people, you know what I mean, is really important. You know, so I had a friend that was, you know, going through addiction problems, and I would go through his meetings with him. And then I remember I was out, his birthday, you know, it was close to mine, and I had a birthday party, surprise birthday party for my birthday, and like as I like looking on Facebook, whatever, like people like, hey, thank you for like saying happy birthday, whatever. I see that like my friend had like passed like from overdosing. You know what I mean? As he just got out of, like, you know what I mean, rehab, you know, was going through all these meetings, I was like, I remember it was like, man, maybe if we just been more consistent, you know what I mean, just going to more meetings with him, you know what I mean?
And then
And knowing that that's just an everyday battle, you know what I mean? If you struggle with something, it's every day. You know what I mean? As long as that thought can come into your mind, and it's easier to come into your mind in one sense is if it's habitual.
right.
You know what I mean? And thoughts are habitual. You know what I mean? So if you have habitual thoughts and you begin to change your thought process, it has to become a practice to change your thought process. But to change that thought process is harder than a lot of people think. You know what I mean? Because if it's something that's been ingrained in you over a lifetime, it might take years and years to change your thought process and how your body reacts to certain things.
You know what? That's crazy that you speak of that because I'm telling you, dude. I don't know. I think it's because I went to Vegas and I saw how everything was. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as we landed in Vegas, we had a dispensary, and it's like, oh shit, man, I want them to let us shoot video here. As we walking in on our camera, they're like, oh yeah, you should shoot this thing over here. I'm like, what the fuck? In Indiana, they're like, well, did you call this person? Well, did you talk to them about doing this? Well, it's gonna take a week for them to get back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We went down to Vegas just because I mentioned Vegas.
They let y'all shoot part of the video in the dispensary?
Yeah.
Oh, that was dope.
They let us shoot part of the video in the dispensary. We hitting clubs. They letting us shoot wherever we want to shoot. You're standing next to a cop just like this, nigga. Smoking. And they ain't bothering you. We sitting there shooting a video on this long ass bridge. People see we shooting a video and they're stopping and moving to the side until we're done with that scene.
Yeah.
Or they're asking to be a part of the video.
Yeah. Man, life's a movie. Man, everybody should make their life a movie, man. If you don't think your life interesting, man, I guess you shouldn't. But if you think your life's interesting, it'll be a good idea to make your life a motion picture.
Yeah. My life definitely a fucking motion picture.
Or write a book about it, you know what I mean? You could write it in a fictional way sometimes too, you know what I mean? Some people, you know what I mean? I like some some books when I was younger, like by Walter D. Myers, and he would make like these fictional stories about like that involve like what black people would be going through, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Right.
And he also wrote an autobiography of Malcolm X. That was super great to read at that time as well. But man,
That's tight.
yeah.
That's tight, man. It's crazy how the mind works, man. Like, we create things so much that we make them become a reality, and that shit is fucking crazy. That's like how movies, like you said. Like, you took this idea that I wrote on paper and made people see it. Like, what the fuck? Same with music videos, same with this.
Oh, stop and smoke. Hey, this is gonna be a great thing, man. This is gonna be a great thing. I'm glad it's been connected with some great people, you know what I mean, thus far. Like, we got Fliparachee, yeah, from Naptown.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Spread his music everywhere, you know what I mean? You know, for people, you know what I mean, looking the book.
Where can we find you at, bro?
Always willing to travel, you know what I mean? And go ahead and do whatever it takes to spread that music and put his artwork in the ear of those, you know what I mean, that can conceive it, you know what I mean, the right way.
Right.
And can digest it the right way.
Shit, y'all can find me on Instagram at Forever Fliparachee. You can find me on Facebook at Fliparachee. My music is on Apple Music, you know, all major platforms. Spotify, just type in Fliparachee. I'm sure they're going to put the way to spell it in a comment section or something for y'all. Check it out. You know, so do that, man. Support me and let me know what you think, man. I'm looking for more weirdos, man. Become my friends. We need more family on our home team.
It is. You know what I mean, man? Family first. Family always, man. That's what my family always said. That's what I believe in, man. We got Weirdo Gang. We got Fliparachee. We got Lit Fam. You know what I mean? We got Up in Smoke. Y'all, I appreciate everybody watching this. Y'all appreciate the Mind Mill Studios for having us. Crystal's Tripod, always, you know what I mean? Behind her camera, you know what I mean? Getting it lit, y'all. You did.
You did.
Drunk to the bitch. Hold you drunk enough to let me hit. Look, I know I ain't shit, but once I get a hold, you taking dick.